Man, oh man, do we got some things to go over today. Yes, sirree, ladies and germs and, what is that thing? What's that word? Degenerates. There you go. Ladies and degenerates. We have some things to talk about today. We got some new spring anime and whole miggity man, it's a lot of shiz. Now I ain't gonna go over all of them. We gonna go over the otaku picks, man. We gonna go over the otaku picks, bro. The otaku opinions, the otaku shiz, the freaku brigade, the slick gang, the second to the gear of the squad. Whatever, man. We're just gonna go over the anime I feel like going over today. Oh man, first on my list, dog. Have you seen this girl? Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro. Oh, miggity man. Now, see me, I've done heard a lot of things about this anime, right? I done heard that this was the queen to Ozaki's Chan princess, right? I done heard that this is the Naruto to Uzaki-chan's Sasuke. I done heard that she's the big girl on campus, you know what I'm saying? I done heard some things. I done heard that she more of a savage. So, I was skeptical at first, I peeped it. There's a lot of mixed feelings, I know this, Annie-Twitter is pissed. I've been seeing people on Annie-Twitter feeling some type of way, crying about her saying the word sus. Me personally, I think the show's hilarious, right? But you also got people out there saying that if you watch the show, you're a pedo or some shiz, just like back in when Uzaki came out, people were saying if you watch Uzaki-chan, you're a misogynist or whatever. I don't know. Some shits. People be crying, man. Okay, just can you just let people watch anime? God dang. Anyway, yeah, Nagatoro. This girl she literally does what she's done to IRL people and Annie-Twitter. She pisses people off, and essentially this little girl, she goes around and she bullies her senpai. Now, you would think that like the senpai would bully the younger person, but no, this is bootleg Joker. This is bootleg Joker-kun, weak Joker. Yeah, he basically is a weenie, and his first interaction with Miss Nagatoro, I don't know why he calling her Miss if she's whatever. Yeah, she makes him cry. This man has mad social anxiety. He cannot talk to no females. He don't really talk to anybody. Actually, I don't even think I've seen him have any friends. Now, in the manga, I can't really speak for that because again, I ain't read the manga, so I don't know all the secrets and everything. But yeah, Miss Nagatoro been pissing people off. Miss Nagatoro been annoying her senpai. Miss Nagatoro been making these moves. Miss Nagatoro been making people question their greatness. So, if you want to watch some shiz, some crazy stuff with a little girl bullying her upperclassmen, yeah, you could go ahead and give this a watch. Again, it's at your discretion. Now, this anime is a little weird. When I say weird, I mean it'll make you feel a little weird because they do some ecchi shiz, right? Oh yeah, dude accidentally gropes a girl or dude actually sees a panties, whatever. They do some of that shit and it's like, ooh, wait, ooh, yeah, I don't know about that. But then they try to make it mega wholesome. So it's kind of got you like in a loop, like, I don't know how to feel about this. It's like that little clock thingy that goes back and forth, how the knob goes. Is it bad? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it ecchi? Is it wholesome? Is it ecchi? Is it wholesome? You don't know. You don't know. It's like right in the. You don't know. They play with your mind. Okay, they play with your mind. And so if you go into this, you need to understand that you might get a little confused at times. Honestly, really, it's just Nagatoro bullying her senpai. I'm not really gonna go into this a bunch. It's literally just her being mean to her senpai and having fun and annoying him. And yeah. I'm sure that there are a lot of other people that would love to elaborate on this and talk about, well, she's making bootleg Joker a better man. Well, I don't think anybody ever really cares about that. I'm pretty sure the audience just wants to see her act crazy and pull up on this boy because it's hilarious. So yeah, Nagatoro, bully. There you go. All right, moving on to Tokyo Revengers. Now, when I saw this name, at first I thought it said Tokyo Avengers. So I pulled up, I'm like, hey, yo, we gonna have Japanese Iron Man. We gonna have a Japanese Hulk. We gonna have, I thought we was finna have anime Avengers, you know? I thought we was gonna have anime Avengers. And then when I saw it said Revengers, I was like, oh, well, that sounds corny as fudge. I don't think I'm gonna like this. I was wrong. Now, Tokyo Revengers, it's confusing at first, and it's got kind of a ReZero vibe with delinquent anime. Now I don't know if you guys is into that delinquent anime. Me personally, I don't got no problems with delinquent anime. It's not really like my first choice, but I don't got no problems with it. I'll watch it. I think my favorite delinquent anime, if this counts, was GTO, not GTFO, but GTO. That's an old one, man. That's some old school. What y'all know about that? What y'all suckers know about that? Anyways, that was my first delinquent anime. But this is like a delinquent anime mixed in with ReZero. Time travel, you know? Homie here, Bootleg Subaru, he essentially is about to die. That's how they started off. They started off with him about to die. Somebody pushes him. He's about to hit a train. He sees a life flash before his eyes, and next thing you know, he time travels back to a point of his life where he lived a much, I guess, a harder lifestyle when he was a gangster, you know, and he was a delinquent. Because his current life, he's a Weenie Hut Junior boy. Yeah, he sucks. He's a weenie. He's lame. He gets bullied by kids. His job, who is younger than him, pulls up on him all the time. He ain't got no balls, sucker. He ain't got no nuts. He ain't throwing them on the table and saying what's good, so suck it. He ain't doing none of that. He's not making no moves. That was his current life. They take him to a spot in his life when his girlfriend was still alive. So they throw you into this universe and they're showing you the time travel and they're showing you, oh, this man, he's got all these people, these friends, he's got a girl, this and that. He used to fight, his hair's blonde, he's got a completely, it's like there's two different characters. You got Weenie Hut Jr. and then you got Persona Sakamoto. I know I'm making a lot of references, but suck it. Okay. So as the viewer is thinking about, okay, why is this dude here? They later explain that, okay, this dude, he was with this girl, nice young girl. Might as well be Hinata of the story, and she dies because of some gang incident that he was a part of. And the plot is he doesn't want her to die, and he needs to change the future and not only save her, but save another character's sister. He meets some little boy in the park, and he basically just spills the beans. Now, here's what I don't understand. I would have thought there would be like some type of, I don't know, repercussions, because one thing about time travel is you don't tell the future to a lot of people. That can cause very, very, very bad problems, but I guess not here. I thought that was rule number uno in the time travel verse, but whatever. Maybe it was don't talk to yourself. I don't remember. Point is, he spills the beans, tells the little boy starts changing his career path. He becomes a police officer, and the little boy that he told, in other words, his girlfriend's little brother, they team up to continuously go back in time and change the future to save his girlfriend. So I personally, I'm digging it, because the main character, comparing it to ReZero, I personally hate Subaru. I hate that guy. He sucks. He's annoying. Fuck that dude. This guy, while he does cry a lot, and while he is a weenie, he still pulls up. So far from what I've seen, he still pulls up. We go through seeing his teenage life, from him pulling up on a bully that was the leader of their gang, essentially. Well, I wouldn't call him the leader. He's more like a big, semi-boss henchman. Pulling up on him. Our main character, aka Weenie Boy Sakamoto, his real name is Takemichi. Takemichi essentially is told that he needs to stop Manjiro, who is basically big boss man on campus, from meeting Teta, so he's also the big baddie. So you gotta understand, with these gangs, and this is why I find it like kind of interesting. The way they show the gangs, at first you're thinking like, oh, this gang is the bad guys, but really they start pushing them in the way of like, okay, so this is the good gang versus this former 3rd division leader, captain or whatever, Theta, as the big bad man. Because from what we've seen so far, they do not want these two, unchecked powered forces to meet. Because when this happens, it's going to spur some type of gang situation, and then main girl is going to get hit by a car and die. And that is not good for the main character, obviously, or her brother, her little brother Naruto. Now Naruto he's the little boy police officer. It's funny as this little boy becomes an op, and I watch this, right. As I watch this, I don't really pay attention to the names a lot, but when I figured out that her real name was Hinata, dog, oh man, I busted out laughing. But that's Tokyo Revengers, you want to see best girl Hinata, Naruto, this dude Takemichi, try to save her Hinata's life and whoopity wop. Yeah, go peep that shit. It's I'm digging it. If you like, delinquent and time travel, it's definitely an interesting an interesting concept. There's a lot of I will say I do like the brotherhood and the way the characters come together during certain situations. So yeah, Tokyo Revengers, go peep it. On to the next one. Combat. Bleh, I said come. I'm sorry. Not really. Combatants will be dispatched. Yes, sir. This is one of this. I'm digging this anime. Yes, sir. All right, so I've only seen like 2 episodes. I think there's a few. All right, but I definitely plan on reading the manga. All right, this anime here, I found it hilarious. Okay. All right, so we get introduced to a few characters from the beginning. We start off with we're just gonna call him Roku because that's the last name. We got Roku-kun, protagonist-kun. He starts off and we see these beautiful thick women, right? And essentially they're gonna send this man to another planet. And at first you're thinking like, oh, this guy's very heroic, blah blah blah, but not really. The world they start you off in it looks very dark, very evil. In fact, they talk about evil points and stuff like that. It's very like, oh, so this is kind of opposite-y. And there's a very parody vibe to it as well. We start off with him and these 2 chicks is sending him away. Clearly one of them is his childhood friend. She's talking about back in the day, we started this company and whoopity wop, and she's gonna miss him when he leaves, but she's a tsundere and shit, so she ain't gonna show all that and whatnot. But my son is a pervert. He on his issei shiz, and you know how I am about that anime harem. That's my shiz. My boy is on that protagonist harem bullshit. He trying to make his moves and give him some whatnot, but obviously, anime girls, they're not gonna let you hit so easily, but that's what it is, and he getting tossed around. Eventually they kick him into some type of teleportation device thing, and they send him to a whole different universe, different world or whatever, to go conquer and do surveillance and create a base and whatnot. But before all that, they don't send him in like, with naked. They don't send him in blind. They hook him up with this lolly robot girl thing. Yeah, my son gets this lolly robot girl thing named Alice, and she's just essentially an android. She's got all kinds of. I'm gonna be real with you. She got an attitude, dog. She got a fat attitude, and he ain't happy about it. But they're partners, buddy cop bullshit. Send them to this other universe where they link up with this girl named Snow or whatever, and when they make moves and send them she takes them to some kingdom where we meet a literally Princess Peach called Tillis. Okay, Tillis. Now Tillis, I'm gonna be honest. Every time they say it in the Japanese dub, it sounds like titties. What they say, titties, but it's titties, And as we grow to see these characters, the way they interact, I just love the way that Alex interacts with Roku, because it's so passive aggressive, but they work at the same time. You know, she'll say something like, by the way, don't expect me to do any super crazy robot shiz while we're mid-flying in mid-air, but I can blow you up with the self-destruct sequence in my head. It's just, you know, and my son is just not having it. He just want to make his moves. But, you know, I digress. This anime is pretty hilarious. There's even parts in there where this dude is like, they reference Konosuba. This man says, explosion! And nothing happens. It's a show that I think, you know, it's a fun little show, a fun little thing. It's got plot in there too. I know you suckers want it. I'm not sure why there's so many old people in the village when they appear there. But, you know, again, I've only seen it in the first couple episodes. I do know that as you know, continuously watch, we will eventually face the obvious demon lord that we always find in isekai. But, you know, again, I know there's a lot of people that feel some type of way about isekai, but clearly isekai ain't going nowhere. So I'm gonna just let it grow on me. Y'all can do whatever you want. I'm gonna just, you know, I'm gonna take on the symbiote. I'm gonna let the symbiote grow on me. I'll be the Venom. I'll be the anime Venom. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? But yeah, it's a very I do appreciate the different style of isekai. You know, my son coming in with the futuristic gear and the guns and the gadgets into this other world. It looks alright to me. It looks alright to me. I think I'm gonna have fun with that. You guys can be the judge of it. But yeah, go peep it. It looks alright to me. All right, so this one's gonna be weird. Especially me being an American. I know that Japan has their own rules and laws when it comes to the opposite sex and age. But over here in America, we do not play that shiz. Yeah, so I shaved, then brought a high school girl home. That is the name of this anime. Yeah, this is man, I don't know about this, Chief. I don't know about all that. To summarize and give you some context, I shaved and brought a high school girl home is exactly what it is. He brings a high school girl home that he found on the street. It starts off with my son. He's asking out Ade girl. He asked her out to dinner and she took it. They go to this fancy restaurant. You know, my son is like, yeah, you know, I like you. I'm trying to get with you, whoopity whoopity wop. And then she says, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Now, this has happened. I'm sure this has happened to many people of plenty of time. So I will put this out there. I don't know why, and this goes for both genders, why people agree to certain situations knowing full well you ain't gonna go full circle with it. God dang, but whatever. Yeah, she got a boyfriend, apparently. Now in the manga that I've read, I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm gonna spoil it for you. She actually don't have a boyfriend. She was just saying that shit because he wasn't, you know, he wasn't not his A game. He wasn't making no moves. She actually do like the nigga, but he wasn't at his A game. You know, he didn't have that sauce yet, so she was trying to wait. But that's later in the manga. All right. Anyway, my son is feeling some type of way. He goes and gets drunk. Says, "Buck you." Hate that hoe, even though he doesn't. He love that girl. Gets drunk, walks home. Literally a high school girl is sitting on the cold ground and this man is like, hey, and she's like, hi. He's like, what are you doing? I'm sitting. Go home. No, I'm a runaway. Can I stay with you? No. Well, I'll let you smash me. Excuse me? My son is 26, by the way. You just that's what we doing? You just tooting it up for any old nigga? Look, my son ain't old, but he ain't no high schooler. Come on, man. That's a young adult. Okay? You trying to, what, huh? But I guess she's about that life. Yeah, she tries to toot it up for my son. My son, thankfully, says no, but he still offers his home. It says, come on over. Come on over. You can stay the night for one night. So she comes on in, stays the night. She's expecting him to, you know, make some moves, you know, do the hanky-panky-tanky, the pound town, all that shit. He don't do a goddamn thing because my son is not a pedophile. And, leaves be. She makes him miso soup in the morning, and as we're watching things progress, it literally looks like my boy is, I don't want to say grooming. I really don't, because I ain't trying to cancel no animes, my guy. I ain't trying to do that. But it looks like my boy is customizing a wife. He's customizing. There you go. He's customizing a wife. It looks like he's custom because as things progress, she starts doing laundry for him. She starts making dinner. She starts learning things. They start acting like husband and wife, and it's goddamn crazy because that girl's anyway, yeah. So he's doing that. He's got girl doing all these cooking and dishes and whoopity wop. And as things progress, she starts feeling some type of way, because usually when these things happen, the dudes that she's been staying with, yes, the dudes, mind you, she's been staying with as she ran away from home, and we don't know why, mind you, they all, you know, hit it from the back like an A-track. They all have made moves. They all have gone to the boom boom room with this girl, and our protagonist is the only one who has not gone to the boom boom room. And eventually gets to a point where her PTSD kicks in, and she starts remembering all the dudes that made moves. And she says, hey, can you just get it over with? Can you just do it? And he's like, no, you try that shit on me again, I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm gonna deal with you accordingly. So as we progress through this anime, we will be seeing my son starts obtaining a harem, and his harem is upset because they are low-key losing to a high school girl that has gotten him to shave and fix his hair and become more presentable and worry about his appearance a bit more and be less depressing and happy. And he starts getting happy to go home, almost like he's gonna get a wife in his high school girl. Oh dear. So that's that anime. I'm just gonna place it on the table. Yeah, that's that. Anyway, moving on. Okay, Eden Zero. I'm gonna be biased on this. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm gonna just say it. I'm putting it in the video because some of you guys wanted me to say something about it. But I ain't a fan. I'm gonna just keep it real with you, Chief. I'm not even finna give you guys like an elaborate, you know, description of the shiz. I'm gonna just say my thoughts on it. Look, I gave Fairy Tail a chance. In fact, I watched most of Fairy Tail and I read parts of the manga. Okay, I don't know shiz about Eden Zero. All right, my nigga, I don't know shiz about Eden Zero. But look, I watched the first episode. Okay, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you real quick, nephew. I watched the first episode, okay? It literally just felt like Fairy Tail again. Imagine writing the same anime more than once, okay? We already had Rave Master, then we went to Fairy Tail, and now we're at Eden Zero. God dang, bro. How many times we gonna write literally Lucy? In fact, the cat's name is Happy. Bro, come on now. I saw a recent episode, well, just a clip, where literally Natsu and Lucy were in the back. Now, I know that, you know, you Eden Zero fans is probably like, well, it's funny. It's like the whole universe. I'm gonna be honest, fam. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I wanted something different. I thought it was gonna be something different, man. I don't got a whole lot of things to say about Eden Zero. Will I give it another shot? Probably not. But I mean, I'm not gonna fully hate what I don't understand, because you people keep telling me that Eden Zero is this man's best work. This is, you know, I will say the gravitational powers, that was cool. Bootleg Lucy being a YouTuber, that was funny. These robots, oh, we have to band together to remove the protagonist Kun from our area. I'll give you a brief summary on that. Okay, so freaking Bootleg Natsu is a little kid. He's on some robot planet or whatever. Bootleg Lucy comes to the goddamn robot planet. The robot planet is like, oh my gosh, a real woman. Let's get our Bootleg Natsu off this planet because he's the only human here. So we gotta push him off. Otherwise, he's gonna die here with us when we all break down. Apparently, Bootleg Natsu is basically their mechanic, and he fixes all the robots, and he's best friends with everybody. The goddamn Robo King nigga comes through, and he's just like, well, I guess let's pretend that we're gonna kill this Lucy person, this Bootleg Lucy. Bootleg Lucy is you know, in the forest and shit, and you know, she's getting titties grabbed by Bootleg Natsu and whatnot, because apparently he's a pervert, but he don't know he a pervert and shit. Robots kidnap Bootleg Lucy, tie her up to a stake on that Jesus, Passion of Christ Jesus bullshit, and then goddamn Natsu's like, oh, Bootleg Natsu's just, I don't know what you're doing, what are you doing? And then they start beating up Bootleg Natsu, and Bootleg Natsu's like, well, I guess we're not friends anymore, and he goes Natsu mode, and he starts, you know, whooping all the robots and saves her, and then they leave, and the robots are like, our work is done, and that's it. That's episode 1. There you go. Friendship. Hoorah. So, not exactly my cup of tea, but y'all wanted it in the shit, so I talked about it. We got Osanajimi ga Zetai ni Makentai Love Comment. I'm not gonna say all that. Look. Osamake, okay? Osamake, or the childhood friend who won't lose, okay? So that's essentially what we got here. This anime is literally incest. I'm sorry, no, not incest. Oh, fudge. Incel. There you go. Incel. All right, this is Incel the anime. Okay, Incel with childhood friend Kun, again, who won't lose. Starts off. Look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't feeling this one, dog. So I'm finna be biased. Okay, y'all can peep it if you want to. This ain't a. I ain't gonna be fair. You came to the wrong video. If you want to be fair, want me to be fair, go ask somebody. Go watch a different person. Okay, click off of this. I don't care. Anyway, okay, this guy here. Let me just keep it 100 with you, Chief. This dude. He essentially meets this girl in his class. All right, and she completely out of this man. Look. My pops told me that there ain't no such thing as a league. But there is such a thing called a ranking system, and you need to level up to get to that ranking system on whoever you're trying to get with, sucker. But don't think that anybody out of your league, okay? I was taught to think that. Well, I've changed my mind because this girl is completely out of this man's league, okay? He meets this chick, and she's like top in his class. She's a supermodel. She making moves. She got friends. She's popular. She pulls up on people. She's just the work. She's the work. She's got it. She's got it like that. He's got he's got it for her, right? He meets her, immediately love at first sight. This dude's like, yes, I want it. Some bet. Falls in love with her. His homies is like, yo, dog, you ain't gonna get it. Everybody's like, you ain't gonna get it. And on top of that, this man, he is assuming that she ain't got a man. Now keep in mind, this girl did nothing wrong. She just existed. Okay? She just existed. Now he's got a childhood friend who clearly is in love with him. Clearly. She might as well be she's got on the Uzaki-chan body type, looking like a little girl, but with a larger bust size, okay? So that's his childhood friend who actively wants to get with him. She even confesses to this man in public, but then when the dude is like, what? But I'm in love with some, she immediately takes it back and says, oh, I was just kidding. You a goddamn lie. Stop the cap. Anyway, so as she comes to find out that this man is in love with her, she starts formulating ideas. But not before this boy finds out that this girl has a whole man. She's got a nigga. She's got a boyfriend, right? Okay. This man automatic is like, I hate you, you fuck you, you're ugly. He didn't say she's ugly. He didn't say, but yeah, he's feeling some type of way. He gets mad, he leaves, and this boy goes to cry at the lake. Look, I understand if you really feeling some type of way about something, but bro, he went to go cry at the lake. Oh man, and of course, man, childhood friend Chan comes to comfort him, and he goes and cries on his shoulder, and it's like a goddamn Rem situation, man. She's Rem, and when now that she knows that this dude is feeling some type of way about her, she's like, well, I'm not gonna lose. So she convinces this man to simp for her and get back at her to get revenge for breaking his heart, but while this girl didn't do anything. So they start trying to formulate ideas on how to, get back at this girl. This girl, she tried to be so smooth with it. She pulled up and was like, oh, you know what we should do? We should start kissing. We should date to get back at her. It'll make her jealous. Come on, man. Come on, man. And she hops on this man. They finna do the hokey pokey on top with the pokey pokey and the schmoobity wop and the schwabbity bop. But it don't do it. This boy chickens out, runs away, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go get intel on a boyfriend, and I'm out of here. Keep in mind, this girl has done nothing wrong, nor has the boyfriend. They ain't done nothing wrong. They probably don't even know they exist. Boy goes to go, and he starts asking a bunch of people. Somebody snitches. And boyfriend Kroon pulls up and is like, what's good? Now that's where I stopped, because I could not take any more of this anime. Will I watch it more? Maybe, for content. Okay? But this is Incel Cool in the anime. Okay? I maybe it gets better. I didn't read the manga. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay? I've done it before. But I'll tell you this. God dang, I am not feeling this anime right now. I ain't feeling it. But that was that. I wanted to put it in here for your discretion and whatever. So yeah, that's what that was. Okay, now this anime here that I'm finna talk about, I'm digging this one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like this one. This was crazy. Again, Isekai has definitely been overdone, but this one, yeah, I'm not gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna cap with you. I'm not. No cap. Some of these Isekais hitting different right now because this I'm digging this one. Usually they get the sword art online bullshit or they copy and the stereotypical Kirito hair and all that, but I'm digging this shit. This anime is called "This Ultimate Next Gen Full Dive RPG is Even Shittier Than Real Life." That's a mouthful, right? That's a mouthful. But it's exactly what it says it is. Essentially, our main character, Kun, he's a stereotypical, oh yeah, I hate life, oh, I'm weak, I'm scrawny, I'm lame, I suck, I whatever, but in the game world, I'm the greatest whatever thing to exist type shiz. We get a little bit of his they do show his real life, and the thing about this one that I do find more interesting is he's not stuck in the game forever, but there still are consequences and issues. He can come out of the game, but it's not it's not like he still can't get hurt and whatnot. It's interesting. Not that other anime hasn't done it before, but I like the way this one does it. Essentially, our main character Kun, he goes to a game store. He meets this thick woman, and she tells him that, hey, instead of buying, let's say he was buying Dark Souls, he's like, hey, buy this other game, it's way better. And he's like, but I just want Dark Souls. And she's like, no, buy this game. He's like, but I just want Dark Souls. And essentially she uses her thickness and brain and wit to get him to buy this other game. No takesies backsies, by the way. He gets in the game. She hooks him up with her number, by the way. My son's scoring numbers and whatnot. So they're supposed to play the game together. But when he jumps into the game, He's thinking it's gonna be like any other game. It's like playing Mario, and you're like, oh, well, I know how Mario games work. Save the princess. Nope, that's not how it works. My son is thinking that, oh, the NPCs are just like NPCs. It's not gonna be realistic. This man accidentally kills his best friend in the game and acquires the name Best Friend Killer. Yeah, that's how it is. He also acquires an arch nemesis, Yandere girl, that wants to kill him and go to hell together and whatnot. That was probably supposed to be one of his main love interests, but too late, you killed a brother on accident. It is what it is. So essentially, he starts going throughout the game as a piece of crap. He go. It's hilarious. Because you usually think with isekai, oh, this is gonna be better. This is gonna be a better situation than real life. Nope, it's even worse. By the way, you can feel pain. It may not be an excruciating amount in the real world, but it sure does feel like it. This man is going through it. I don't want to spoil too much on this anime, take too much time on it, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good anime. It's got some fun in my opinion. That's what anyways, that's all I got for now. I just wanted to single out those few animes that I have scoped so far in this recent season. I'll probably do another video on what else I've been finding out this new anime season, because it looks like we got some good shiz this year and some crazy shiz this year. If you want me to go in depth on any of the animes I've listed so far, I can scope it out some more, do some solo videos on this, or again, I'll just make some more. Make sure you like, subscribe, peep it, share with your friends if you liked it or hated it. It works either way. And I will see you next time. Peace.